And welcome into the John M. Huntsman Center on the campus of the University of Utah, the site of the 2024 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships. Our coverage on the Rewind Sports Network presented by Highland & Associates. Our tournament coverage brought to you by NutriCost, Utah-made products made for Utah-made athletes. Use Utah-made for 30% off your supplement order. Dusty Litster with you. Dane Stewart will be here momentarily. His lacrosse game is about to end, and he'll be making the way back over to the Huntsman Center. For the winner of this game, Highland and Bountiful will take on the Olympus Titans. And this game is very, very interesting. This is an old-school matchup of Highland and Bountiful. A couple really interesting coaches, two young coaches. For the Highland Rams is Coach Chris Jones, a former assistant at Utah State, former assistant here at the University of Utah, and is, I believe it's his third year with the Highland Rams. And the Bountiful basketball team with Coach Gus Sopena. Gus in his first year as the head coach of Bountiful High School, taking over for the legendary Mike Maxwell. He's done an outstanding job of leading the Bountiful team to the Huntsman Center. Going to be an absolute blast. Again, the winner moves on to the semifinals. We'll go through the starters. We'll get through everybody else as this game goes on. And we'll get him here momentarily. It's Isaiah Drisdom, the star for the Highland Rams. Excited to watch him. George McConkey as well. We've got to know them through our Utah Top 50 coverage. You have Carson Smith and one of my favorites, Falatau Satawala, the four-star football player from Bountiful that led his team to the semifinals, signed with BYU. And he wins the opening tip. His sister plays volleyball here at the U. So it's a family affair at the Huntsman Center for the Satawalas as they hand this one off. Give it up to Falatau. And Falatau Satawala with the first points of the game. And it's 2-0 Bountiful out the gate. So down the floor with Drisdom and the Rams as Lamson drops that ball inside to George McConkey. McConkey navigates his way past Satawala, but can't finish. And the rebound to Falatau. Now on the run, Satawala all the way to the rim. Can't get the finish, and the rebound pulled down by Grayson Gaddis. The great Gaddis with the board there. Here's Jack Anderton. And the shot off the back of the iron. McConkey couldn't chase that one down, but the loose ball ends in the hands of Falatau. And the Satawala hands one off to Cade Taylor. Pardon me, this is Carson Smith, and Smith with the finish. Big boy finish for Carson Smith as now I welcome in. I mean, we could do the slide, but I like this guy way more than that other guy. Dane Stewart with us.
If we had a commentator, Cam, I would have done the slide. Maybe a little two-step, eh?
No. You make better comments than that guy. I don't know. He's okay. There's a 3 on the way and good for Isaki Willis. Oh, they say it's Safa Brown down there. Am I wrong on that one, Dane?
No, I think that's Brown. Yeah.
Well, they have the. We gotta get. Oh, I'm looking on the wrong side. That's why. That makes all. It
happens to the best of us, man.
Mercy, I looked on the wrong side of my roster here. Back down the floor with the Rams. The shot on the way won't go. The rebound to Gaddis. Gaddis back inside to Big George, and George can't get it. He's 0 for 2 to start the game. But Dane, we know that kid's going to get going as that ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Bountiful basketball.
And you can see what they're trying to do, and I completely agree. I love it. It's like, look, we got a matchup inside this favorable. Attack it, right? And it's feed George early and often. George of the Highland. Expect him to have a big game today if Highland wants to advance to a semi.
That is what our fans missed in the last 2 games right there. Sure, they got to know Dusty better during one of the timeouts, but that'll never come back because that thing is gone. There's Bryson Heath. Just off the wall. Blocked away by McConkey, and it is Arturo Garcia with the putback.
I think that was actually
Heath. It was Heath.
Yep. Heath is a stud. I mean, and really, like, when you look at this Bountiful team, they've got a couple of headliner, Carson Smith, Satawala, but Heath is impressive. Garcia can get going as well. This is a really deep roster for Coach Sopena.
George with that one, and it is 6-4 in favor of Bountiful. We'll see the Bountiful girls here later tonight as Arturo Garcia leaves that for Falatau. Falatau blocked away by McConkey. Loose ball taken away by Safa Brown. Safa Brown and Falatau Satawala will be teammates next fall. and for the next few years is on the take and make is Isaiah Drisdom. On the baseline, here's Bryson Heath. Back up top to Falatau. Heath comes off the screen, step back to three, and got it. Bryson Heath now with 5 points in the quarter.
And that was from college range, Dusty. A little confident step back there. Not shy at all in this open gym to try to dial him up. That's a big piece of Bountiful's game. They used it to really pull apart from Cedar Valley in the quarters. I think that'll be big for them here today.
McConkey, the long two.
More than just a big man inside. Played with family members.
Mm-hmm.
They all like that.
Really?
Long J, yeah.
That feels like a McConkey kind of thing. Although, do you think they'd be more into the, get maximum points for your shot kind of thing? And now a 3-second violation on the on Bountiful, and the ball will go back to Highland.
But let's remember, back in my playing days, it was probably George's great-great-grandfather. So, I mean, there's probably been a little bit of time to have some style separation. But
there's great breakfast on that side of the family. Well, one part of that family anyway. Gotta be.
Yeah.
It has to be an uncle. Has to be. We should ask his mom in the fall. That has to be.
You would think so. But as we learned today.
Trey and I had the same thing earlier. I'm like, Doliak's his son. Nope, it's his uncle. Ah. All right. Soto, got to be his son. Nope, it's his uncle. But go! As shot won't go from McConkey. Board and run out here with Satawala. Nice feed to the rim. And Smith. Foul. He was cheering. The foul to Siosefa Brown. And what a finish.
Boy, good to see Carson get up because this is a tough fall. You see that leg give out, that ankle give out. He was so big in that game against Cedar Valley. Hit multiple threes late, got out on the run. He had the beautiful lob to Satawala. That would have made a top 5 play, no doubt.
I want to tell Ben Criddle, Ben, there's an easier way to get a play that you can share on your social media. You can screen grab. I was going to text him. He's a good buddy of mine. Like, you don't have to record it from your phone on your iPad. Just screen grab the thing.
Or tell you what, you can even text us.
Just text us and I'll clip it for you. I talked to him earlier that day. I was on his show that morning or that afternoon. There's a loose ball picked up by Charlie Smith. On the drive along the baseline, Sawyer Crane turns that one over. And then he gets it back. The good doctor's in with Crane. Send it in to Smith. For 3, Charlie Smith. Bring some rain.
Not related to Carson Smith, but shoots like him.
He shoots like Hano Medela.
Well, that's catch and shoot, man. That's well defended by Highland. Doesn't matter.
If you have Ute fans in your life that say they've been lifelong Ute fans, they don't know who Hano Medela is, you send them my way. I'll take care of that. As Satawala thought he had gotten that ball, but it went off of George. Can't remember where I clipped that last one. I wanted to show. I thought I had the 3 on the cube. I don't want to show a play from earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, so it shows a play from last game, which had a lot. By the way, Jordy Barnes, 20 assists
no
on
shots.
0 shots.
Yeah.
I love that kid.
How about Carter Doliak? Don't call me the son of Michael. Missed 1 shot in that game.
12 of 13.
Unreal.
Oh, and there's going to be the foul on the drive here on Bryson Heath.
I'm glad I didn't miss anything much.
Obviously, you're just... Dan, you pay attention to the lacrosse game? Hold on. What? Yeah. Got it. Is Dodge inbounds this to Anderton. Now Gaddis. Gaddis will lose the ball on the way up. Heath pokes it free, sends it ahead to Crane. And Crane misses the layup and the rebound. Taken by Anderton. Satawala sends it ahead. This is Heath now, and Heath blocked from behind by Dodge. What a sequence. Crane. And now finished by Bryson Heath. Timeout on the floor to Coach Jones. What a sequence for Bountiful.
And impressive. This game was knotted up. And next thing you know, Bountiful out to a 9-point lead. Dusty, it doesn't take them long. They can overwhelm you. It's like an avalanche when you play the Redhawks.
Absolutely. Timeout on the floor. Full timeout. It's a Utah Facials Plastics timeout. Let's go to a break. You're watching the 2024 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
Welcome back to the Huntsman Center. Dusty Lister rejoined by Dane Stewart. Dane, you missed Dutch Dowdell break the record. He did, and Kenzie interviewed him.
Did they stop the game for it?
They should have. But he said that when he hit the three, he immediately looked over to Jeremy, and Jeremy was standing up, give him
That's awesome.
an applause.
That's awesome.
He said it was one of his favorite basketball memories.
How could it not be?
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, if you haven't seen the movie The Iron Claw, do you want to learn about brotherhood? Like, that's what it reminds you. It's like brothers. Especially if you're a wrestling fan, you got to check out The Iron Claw about the Von Erich brothers.
Well, the problem is now you don't have to just beat one Dowdell. You got to beat two of them. Good luck with that.
Yeah, you want to get past all of them as McConkey. We saw this in the fall, Dane. We know how good George McConkey is going to be, and he already is.
Good soft touch right at the rim.
Satawala drives right at him, and Falatau. Satawala. This is a guy that missed a couple of games this year because he was playing in football American games.
Here's the thing about Satawala. He's a big kid, but he plays bigger than he is. He's not going to shy away from George McConkey in this one. I don't care if I'm giving up 4 inches. I'm going to go right at you, and I'm going to find windows and lanes. That's going to be a fun matchup all game.
Tristan misses that one. McConkey tracks down the loose ball, fires it across court. The three on the way, back rimmed from Soren Reese. The ball taken back by McConkey. A fresh shot clock is Drisdom. Gives zone back to Anderton. Nice hands there by Satawala, but George McConkey with a little jump hook in that throwback game from George McConkey is starting to pay dividends for the Rams.
It's one of the things that makes this Highland team so tough because it feels like you've got a bucket whenever you want it.
Yeah. Especially with the undersized Bountiful team. And now we're going to have a foul going to be called on Sepha Brown.
Number 24, Sepha Brown. That's his second
personal foul on Sepha.
Of course, the scary thing is Bountiful's already out of timeouts.
It got me earlier, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because both me and Trey looked at the wrong spot. And when you said that, I'm like, wait, what? He's a shot no good. Rebound to Anderton. Down the floor. Here's Drisdom. And when Isaiah Drisdom gets going, it can be a problem.
Yes, it can. He's a great shooter. He can drive the lane. Very active hands defensively as well. This young man is going to be so fun to watch the next couple of years.
Oh, absolutely. Drisdom breaks it down, sends it to the corner. Soren Reese going to pull, and it goes. That ball rattled around and down for Soren Reese. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Wow, given a foul there.
Surprise. Well, I mean, why not?
Well,
right? Fouls reset.
Good call.
Number 2, Lamson.
So Lamson picks up the foul.
You almost got yelled at when I said I think you might see some more fouls with this strategy because of that. Some people didn't like that opinion. Just an opinion. I'm not saying you. I'm saying others.
I was one. I mean, I'm all for the change. Trey and I actually had a great conversation about it. I thought you were listening.
I was a little busy. They didn't put it in my headset. I don't know why.
Arturo Garcia doesn't get the ball inbounded. Good defense by the Rams. And it's 19-14. I love it because it reintroduces defense at the top of quarters when you could be carrying over fouls. Is kind of my stance. 7 seconds, and I have the last word because we're ending the quarter. Here's Tristan down the lane. Tristan can't get it. McConkey with the putback. Always follow the shot. The big man does it. They close out the first quarter.
I'm not keeping stats, but he's got to have 10 of their 16. Big start for McConkey here in the quarters.
End of one. It's Bountiful 19, Rams 16. You're watching the 2024 5A State Tournament on KSLSports.com. Welcome back to the Huntsman Center. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart. Let's get to our handles trivia. Which 5A team has the most boys basketball state championships?
In program, right?
Yeah,
so
program history.
The course of their program, which one has the most state championship? 5A boys program.
Yeah, 5A boys program.
Not necessarily all 5A championships, but a 5A boys program.
But they are currently in 5A.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know the answer?
I think so. Hit us up at KSL Sports Rewind on the X app. Zed at us. You can message us. Hit us up on Instagram. IG us. I should start coining that one too.
No text messages because I'm roaming.
On the drive, sought to wall of the block. Ever told you the story about my buddy Kyle? He was coaching at SUU.
I don't remember.
He ran up a bill, 4 figures. This is early texting, right?
Yeah.
For roaming and texting.
Yeah, kids, back in the day, you could just send a text or a call wherever you were.
And however many you wanted.
There was an annoying thing called roaming. The worst.
The 3 from Lamson was no good. Satawala on the run. Falatau down the lane, sent it back out. Kind of in between a couple guys, and Lamson got it. The Smiths brothers, the Smiths non-relatives couldn't track that one down as Anderton sends it out.
This Highland team reminds me of what we saw earlier in Tippy and Orm. So much youth, right? I mean, you've got like 2 seniors. Well, I think you have more than that because Mazanthidis and Shelby and Lamson, but really like they rely on so much youth, sophomores, juniors, freshmen.
Yeah, you're going to have a loose ball foul there on McConkey on the rebound. No, absolutely. And it's kind of the same look of the game.
Yeah.
Except for Bountiful's not going to roll out a couple of guys that are 6'7".
Yeah, Highland's got a big, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing for me that I think makes 5A. People ask me, who do you think is stronger, 5A, 6A? I think 5A.
5A is deeper.
Is deeper at the top, right? I mean, you have 8 legitimate teams that I think could contend, and they're all young. And that's what I think is going to be super fun in the future.
Oh, nice take and finish there by Falatau sought to wall. The only difference is that there's not a team in the quarterfinals that you're surprised by. I'm surprised and impressed by what Skylar Wilson's done with Riverton getting to the site.
Well, Skyline made it to the quarterfinals.
True. Skyline, you're right.
And upset Springville, which I would have never guessed that one. No offense to Landon Shaw and company.
So we do have one on each side.
Yeah.
As inside, nowhere to go. Soren Reese can't get that one. Rebound to Satawala, quickly ahead. Heath off on the 3.
His balance wasn't right. You could see him leaning in on that. Didn't really get a chance to get set.
He wanted to make sure he was shooting a 3. You saw him kind of look at his feet, too.
That peripheral vision, man.
We'll see it in the girls' game coming up next is Drisdom. His first points of the afternoon for Isaiah Drisdom.
Oh, and an inbound violation.
Inbound violation on Bountiful. The ball goes back to Highland as Gus Sopena can ask for an explanation. And we had a hero cam on, so there wasn't a replay for me to clip. Because Austin Bigelow's gotten so good about showing the hero after buckets that we don't have that look.
You know, I was going to do something, Dusty, this year, but we didn't get a chance to do our shows. So you might want to hang around for our postseason show.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about hero shot, I got something good.
Oh, boy. Here goes Drisdom, and there's going to be a foul called on Sawyer Crane. Sawyer Crane, I'm listening. That's too easy to give away a 4-pack of Crumble.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Have we had a winner of that since I've been gone?
I think so. I think we've had a couple.
Since I've been gone.
That's also too easy.
Also too easy.
I think even Kenzie Valentine would get the answer to that one, but Kenzie's not listened every second of the broadcast at the moment. Kenzie Valentine will have our post-game interviews. This one is Drisdom. Oh, we're going to get kick ball violation on Bountiful. So the shot clock will remain at 22 seconds. As for the first time in the history of Rewind, we'll have sideline reports and interviews.
Might not have reports. Bigger and better, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Kenzie and Ellery going to be great as the 3 on the way is good from Jack Anderton.
We saw Jack in the top 50. I was like, how's this guy going to get on the floor at Highland? Because they're so deep. But you see, he makes the most of his minutes.
As Falatau can't get that one to go. As a save in to Soren Reese, and the Rams with a 1-point lead looking to extend. Drisdom to the corner. This is Anderton. Back up top to Drisdom. Drisdom working off the dribble. And now the screen from Zathidis. That's the last name we've not had in the state of Utah. Send that ball to the corner to Reese. Just got it through Garcia. Reese on the drive. Feed inside. Hitters. Mazanathidis. However you say the last name.
Mazanthidis.
Thank you. Mazanthidis. I was right initially. I'm from Carbon. I should get that stuff right. As that little jump hook goes from Carson Smith. With all the weird names we got down in Carbon, I should have nailed that one. No joke.
Things like Litster.
There's much harder ones than that. As that ball goes out of bounds,
Good D.
the ball will go back.
Substitution for the line.
Yukovic, things like that. I mean, we've had a lot of those names. Back when it was Coal Country. Now that Coal Country's been stolen from Carbon, I mean, some of those names don't exist anymore.
Did David Stern still out too? Not a thief.
The thief of joy. Oh, that ball goes out
back
of
and
bounds.
forth here.
Yeah. The seesaw is still going. I almost tried to give away a box of cookies, but it would have been way too easy. It's the life we have chosen. What movie? That is one of the key lines from this movie.
You doing it?
Yeah, here it is.
All right.
We have 2 to give away. I really didn't give away a good one last game. It was too hard. I said to myself, this is a life we have chosen. What movie is it? And if you name the name of the character, you get it.
You get 2 of them or just the one?
No.
All right.
I'd love just show me how well you know. Down the lane is Smith. No. Wow, some contact at the rim.
Yeah.
Nothing there. Back up, McConkey attacks that one and gets the rebound.
Look at how that length is disrupting. Having to go high over that length, high off the window. Obviously coming off strong. Couldn't get it to go. We've seen that multiple times.
Misses on the 3. On the run. Here comes Garcia. Oh, pretty pirouette and finish.
In the first matchup against Cedar Valley, Arturo Garcia went for 18 points. I think they were all threes. He can score, but I love when George's not there. Hey, we're going to attack. We're going to get easy points at the rim when that paint is open. Good decision.
We have people watching all over the place. They're waiting for some of these answers to come in. I know we got Grandma and Grandpa Bob and Judy out in Ohio watching because they want to watch granddaughter Kenzie. Hanging out on the stream today. Going to watch their granddaughter live out a dream of doing some interviews. There's the 3 from Anderton, a little long, and the rebound tracked down by Arturo Garcia.
Same thing.
Smith was tracked down by Reese of a foul on the floor first, so no shot. As that will be team foul number 2.
Number 13, Reese. Reese first personal foul for the second team foul. Substitution number 31.
But Kenzie's family out in Ohio. Her mom is out there taking care of her parents. And they're all watching the stream.
Also in the lineup, number 1, Bodie Dodge.
Oh, Garcia. Just got away with that. Here's Heath for 3. Yes.
Off balance and all, man. How about that?
Bryson Heath, a junior. You're going to deal with this kid another year. Remember when we came in and Bountiful was Sean Carey and Ben Aird? Big lumbering
This is not
guys.
that team.
This is not that team at all. Oh, beautiful take and finish by Jack Anderton. And then we went through the series. We had Zach Selyus and I guess this guy's
Sam
pretty
Merrill.
good. I was going to say he's pretty good. Sam Merrill. Even if some guys suck up to him. Not you.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean.
Bugged me.
It bugged me. Like, don't defame Sam's name like that.
3 on the way and good from Charlie Smith.
This is much more open, Dusty. And again, you see that avalanche starting again. And what response does Highland have? Because these last 2 minutes of this first half could be big.
Ball movement was as good as Laforno's Stromboli. Chop that in to McConkey out of bounds. And the Rams, they'd gotten the lead in this game after falling behind. And got to get back some of that execution.
Yeah, and I think right now, I understand going into George. I like it. Love to see some dribble penetration, right? Get Drism on the run. See if you can get a little 2-man game going with he and McConkey.
Number 24,
I feel like right now I don't want to say stagnant, but it's almost too prescriptive for Highland.
Okay. Satawala trying to get through McConkey. Wow, what a shot by Satawala. We got to meet him when we did the football awards. Just absolutely love that kid.
When you say he's a humble kid, that's not a lie. Like
when he's about his team. And now we have a foul on the screen.
I really wanted to ask him, so what did you give up for the basketball state tournament run? Shut down his football recruiting for the football one.
We missed it. It's on me.
I don't know if that would be Sugar or...
I want to make another joke, but again, it was Ash Wednesday recently. I mean, what are you doing?
There you go.
Yeah, I guess 6 weeks of goodness. Inside of a minute left in the half. Bryson Heath comes off the screen. Heath to the rim. Seth Brown got it.
Oh.
They got a foul on Cepha Brown. I think it's number 2 on Cepha.
Coach Jones did not like that. Got a lot of basketball, but I think the late contact with the body, as we have another look at it.
Correction number 20.
Yeah, you see him come into that upper body of Heath, I think is what the call was. How about this for Heath? According to stats reported, he's 50% from beyond the arc. 50.
Gosh.
You want to know why he's taking off-balance threes? And because that kid can light it up.
Who does he think he is? Kaylee Woolston?
Hey, look at you.
Like that.
Of course, he doesn't shoot 96% from the line.
That's very true. Oh, that shot a little short. Kaylee opened up the year of shooting 58% for 3. I haven't seen what the number is recently. If we go to 45 seconds left in the half. Nice take. Anderson can't get that one. McConkey with the board.
Ooh.
Spun out on the wide channel. Basketball failed him, and there'll be a loose ball foul on the rebound on
George.
McConkey.
Yeah. And that'll be the 5th foul.
Oh, team 5th foul.
Yeah, sorry.
I just had like a little shock. Like, they did what?
Chris Jones is being super aggressive.
It was like Maverick in Top Gun, the original one. Gonna let him get closer. Merlin.
You're going to do what?
My favorite movie lines of all time.
That's a good one.
I mean, I would like to do a bonus question. That's just too easy. What great baseball movie does Merlin appear in? All-time baseball movie, and Merlin is amazing. And that free throw is good. So you can answer one or the other. We haven't seen an answer come in yet on my original one. People might think it's too hard. But
Foul number 23, Carson Smith.
yeah, what baseball movie does the character Merlin from Top Gun co-star in? Please don't Google these things. It's supposed to be fun. It's Gaddis goes at the rim. Sotawala with the block. Anderton to McConkey.
Good find.
That baseline. Jay doesn't go. Volatile with the rebound. We got to relive this block.
Yeah,
mercy.
This was impressive.
Volatile. Satawala.
Number 31.
Oh, I just love that kid.
And think about, I saw him early. He was fine. He was not this, man. I mean, he has gotten so much better as the season's gone on. Count it for Volatile. He took over in the second round, and he's taken over here in the quarters.
The athleticism of Satawala was on display during the football state tournament at the U. How about the quarterfinal at the U?
I joked with Coach Freck. I was like, hey, why did you distract him with having him play football? What the heck, man?
And he gets his own board off the missed free throw, sends out to Smith. Yeah, he traveled. He had in his mind what he was going to do and shuffled his feet. The ball go back to Highland. How about Highland came back, take the lead 22-21. And from that point, 17-4. The run for Bountiful. But we do know, and we've seen early, when we swip sides of the floor, it's been a real thing. 3 seconds. 2. Lamson with 1. And that will do it for the first half. We go to the half on a big run for Bountiful. Bountiful 38. The Highland Rams 26. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2024 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on KSLSports.com. Commentary presented by Heidemann & Associates. Our coverage brought to you by NutriCost. Go to NutriCost.com, put in the code UTAHMADE, get 30% off of your supplements purchases. Your supplement purchase, I should say. Over 300 items available on NutriCost.com. Welcome back into the Huntsman Center. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you as we get ready for the second half as Gus Opena and his Bountiful team lead 38-26 over Coach Jones and the Highland Rams. And Dane, I mean, that first half, Highland got that lead, 22-21. Something just sparked for Bountiful.
Yeah, it did. And I don't remember the order, the sequence of things, but Bountiful 4 of 5 from long range in that first half. It's going to be hard to keep up when that's, the difference. Highland only made a pair, just 2 of 8. And how about the rebounding? Even 17 apiece. Bountiful doing a great job on the glass despite despite having a roster that's giving up inches at multiple positions.
No. Volatile shot to wall, 5 and 9 in the first half. Sits outside with it. Tries to fit that inside, and no kick ball. That ball taken by McConkey, saying the foot and the ball kind of met the floor. Here comes Drisdom. Oh, nice pass to Sepha Brown, who flushes it home.
I just think Drisdom, his driving ability can open so much up. You see that help come over, Brown filling the baseline lane, easy finish. And when Isaiah attacks like that, you've got 3-4 options on any offensive set.
Satawala terminates hands off on the drive and got over the top of McConkey. Beautifully done there by Bryson Heath. He gives Heath 11 points on the afternoon.
He's not the player that comes to mind when I think of Bountiful basketball, but he should be because he's been that good for this team all year long.
Straightaway 3 for Drisdom, off the mark, tracked down by Falatau Satawala. Satawala on the run, had a man on his right, finds Smith.
Good recovery by Brown. It looked like Smith had a lane.
Baseline, sent to the corner to Satawala. Falatau off on the 3. The rebound out of bounds off of Crane, and the ball will go back to Highland. Again, this is game 4 of the boys' side of the 5A tournament. 4 girls' games coming up next. 5A tournament goes Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. It's side to McConkey. Sends out to Drisdom. No. And now the rebound and run out with Crane. Crane finds Satawala. Satawala step through, crawls off the board to McConkey. Or the ball outside. Here's Sepha Brown. Can't get it. McConkey battling for the rebound. The foul to Falatau Satawala. Let's take a look at that dunk from Sepha Brown a few possessions ago.
Foul on number 11, Falatau Satawala. His first.
Pretty fine from Drisdom.
Yeah.
And the first team foul.
And I appreciate, Isaiah, he can shoot the basketball, but a couple of misses from long range, that's where it's like, okay, so get back in the rhythm, right? And if your flow can be drive and pass, hand off, kick, that gives his team options.
George McConkey continues his outstanding day. McConkey now with 12 points. That ball tipped away by Lamson, out of bounds, and will stay with Bountiful.
Do we have an answer on our trivia question? Should we give the answer and move to another one?
Vince, we got an answer to the trivia question? We'll ask one more time. Who's won the most state championships? What 5A team has won the most state championships in basketball in state history?
It's a nice job there by McConkey. Tracked that well. Again, didn't get the block, but his length forces that shot to be a little bit different than how you're accustomed to it.
Drisdom had that one taken away by Falatau. Santabal with the interception.
This is why Dane's not a coach. Said do just that and led to a turnover.
Crane off on the 3, tipped out by Smith.
How about that?
Extra possession. Saltawala will toe up from 3 and hits. Falatau with the line drive triple.
He is such a different basketball player than he was 2 months ago. It's astounding.
Got all the football out of him, and he just comes out and gets going. Here's Gaddis, who we've not heard a lot from today. The miss. McConkey with the hook shot. 14 now for George. Timeout to Coach Jones. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. This is a Utah Facial Plastics timeout. We want to thank our friends at Utah Facial Plastics for their support of Utah, or the Rewind Sports coverage of the 5A state basketball tournament. And I want to thank Doug Henstrom. He really kind of came through for us here. If you have anything, if you're worried about your hair, you want a hair restoration, they take care of it. If you want to get rid of, I talk about some wisdom lines on your forehead or somewhere else, they take care of it. If you're having a hard time sleeping because you have a deviated septum, that's what Utah Facial Plastics does, and they can take care of it for you. Go to Utah Facial Plastics, get a free consultation. You can set up a consultation. Say free. Set up a consultation. Give them a call, 801-960-3137. Little bro talks on a 30-second timeout. I'm telling you, I did it. Felt weird for a couple of days, and it was great.
He did look really angry for a couple days. I'm just kidding.
My kid said it didn't really work, but
Substitution for Highland, number 12.
that's what Reagan says anyway. 11-point lead for Gus Pena and Bountiful. Satualo again for three. A little long. Rebound to Cepha Brown.
Open look, good look, just hit it. When you got this kind of a lead, you can afford a couple of those.
Anderton misses on the three. And it's Crane with the loose ball. Send to the corner. Heath back up top to Crane. Crane drives at Anderton. Sends it back out to Falatau. Smith, nice move, goes into McConkey. Little jump hook over the top and got it to go. Pretty finish by Carson Smith.
And how about the ball movement? That's the thing that I love about this Bountiful team. When you watch them play, the ball never sticks. It's always going somewhere. People are always moving with the ball, without the ball. It is very hard to lock in and defend.
The great Gaddis knocks down the three.
They needed that. They need something to help spark this offense because it just kind of looks like who's going to be that person to step up. If it could be Gaddis, that'd be great for Highland.
And creativity was definitely there. Shot wouldn't go.
I'd give it a 9-7.
George McConkey, big man. He's calling trail. He knew it. He wanted all the way in the lead, down to 7. Inside of 3 minutes left. You got to make hay on this end of the floor. We've seen that in all the games today. Smith, a little long in the board, taken by Drisdom.
Quick shot there for Bountiful.
Cepha Brown drives at Smith, kisses it off the glass, it goes in and out. Rebound taken by McConkey. George gets around, Falatau, and then the foul to Satuwala. Take a look at that long three from before as McConkey fired up to get out of the free throw line.
And he gets the second chance opportunity after that. And I love that as he's fouled, he gives a little display of emotion. Once he did, you heard the whole student section roar. They know he is pivotal for this group. And you talk about energy, you talk about a little momentum. See if he can help spark them.
He can make it a 5-point game from the stripe. Hits the first.
Meanwhile, you got Jack Anderton hanging out in the Bountiful huddle. He's trying to get an idea of playing with Heath and Gus.
You and I both know Gus is very entertaining.
He is.
I mean, Philly guys are fun to talk to. Timeout on the floor, a 5-point game. We got a good one. 2:34 left in the third. You're watching the 2024 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on KSLSports.com.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
Highland fans back into this one. They've renewed the hecklers at Highland.
The Black Hole, the Highland Hecklers, whatever you want to call them, the students are back in that gym, and it makes a big difference.
And it's just a throwback for us because that was a great student section when we first started.
Yep.
The Highland school was awesome at football, awesome at basketball. And their student section was awesome for all those years. Has fallen off just a little bit in the last couple. Throwing that ball out to Satuwala. Falatau able to get to it. Goes at McConkey. Try to send it back out. Drisdom with his hands on it. Out of bounds off of Highland. The ball will stay with Bountiful. 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Good D here by Highland. Active hands flying around. Stop here would be huge. Seeing as how they trailed by 11, 12 just a couple minutes ago.
3 seconds. 2 off the window. No. Rebound to McConkey.
Yeah, numbers if they hurry.
That 2-possession game. Chance to make it 1. Into the corner, Anderton. Anderton gets around the defender. Can't get it up. Falatau and McConkey battle it. And they have a foul on the floor on Anderton. That will be the first team foul in the quarter for Highland.
Number 12, Jack Anderton.
This one, George would love to have another opportunity. I got a hand on it, just not enough to bring it in. Talk about second, third chance opportunities in this matchup. So important, especially when you got that size.
Some guys get a comfy chair and, we got to wake them up every once in a while. I'll let Vince take care of it. Here's Garcia sitting up top to Walla. Falatau. Oh, there comes the cutter. He falls away. No. And the rebound to Highland. Bryson Heath couldn't get that one to drop. Here comes Anderton. Has back to Drisdom. Getting a chance to make it 2 or 3 with a bucket. Dropping inside to McConkey. George backing down. Falatau, little jump hook is there. George McConkey makes it a 3-point game. As we are at 50 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, that ball had nowhere to go. Got it to Heath. Now saw Tuwala. Falatau. Quick shot of McConkey. No. George pulls down the board.
Taking over the game. You go inside. You get a rebound. That length of George McConkey making its impact again here late in the third.
Big possession for Highland. 25 seconds. Drisdom at Sotawala and scores.
Talk about his driving ability, Dusty. And I think in the fourth quarter, you're going to see a lot of that. Quick off the dribble, open up the lane, and let him either take the shot or give the lob to McConkey.
And then the quick foul, the foul given by Anderton. Just a second team foul of the quarter with 10 seconds left.
And with the surge you've made in this third quarter, you can now do that. When you're down 10, it's hard to do that. You got to make sure you can get stops. They've gotten stops, and now they can go into that drive and hand off.
9 seconds left in the quarter. He sends over to Smith, back inside to other Smith, and it crawls out. Kempsman couldn't get it to go, and then out of bounds off of Bountiful.
Highland could
Carson
take the
couldn't
lead.
get it. And Highland could take the lead with 1.7 left.
Crazy.
How about the quarter? And we talked about it. Switch ends of the floor, and it just changes today. Anderton's shot at the horn is short, and that will do it. But what a absolute surge from the Highland Rams, down by double digits. Felt more. But they come back. We go to the fourth quarter. It's Bountiful, though, leading 45-44. You're watching the 2024 Utah State Championship right here on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.
This is NutriCost Kids Vitamin D Gummies. They contain a child's daily dose of vitamin D for a healthy immune system. They taste amazing, kids love them, and they're low in sugar. Easy for parents, great for kids.
Start of the fourth quarter, Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you. Still got a couple of trivia things out there. We have here's the pop culture one. You had two options. This is a life we've chosen. One of my favorites. Because we're talking about David Stern. There's a guy I always call, he's this person from this movie. The other one is the character Merlin in Top Gun also appears in a baseball movie. He's a co-star of a very famous baseball movie. But then we have the trivia question, who's won the most state championships in Utah State history. It is a 5A team.
Are we 0 for 3?
We haven't had an answer on any of them.
It's not the team with the most state championships. That's a 5A team. It's the 5A team with the most state championships.
5A team with the most state champions.
Correct.
5A team with the most state championships.
Correct.
Hey, how about the common thread in this Bountiful Highland? And that being Mike Maxwell. Won a state championship as a player with his dad as McConkey gives Highland a 46-45 lead, but he won a title with his dad as a player at Highland and then won multiple state championships as a head coach at Bountiful.
Well, and that was actually going to be our second trivia question if we got to it. Was not that, but a remnant of that.
Okay.
I bet Dusty Lister doesn't know.
Ooh, a remnant.
Yeah.
All right, I like remnants.
So you just let me know when you want to tee that one off, if we want to put that out for little handles or not.
Yeah. As a beautiful take and make by Carson Smith. His father, Craig Smith, the head coach here at the University of Utah. And if you're wanting fouls at the rim, I'm sorry, guys. It just is not
gonna
happening.
get it.
No, at all. We've had it today. We've only had a couple of them. And one was a soft whistle one, which tells me that Mr. Fisher's like, yeah, we weren't doing that today. Drop it into McConkey. Oh, blocked by Falatau. Got it back George back up. No, blocked again. Off the hands. Oh, I thought it was off Garcia. They say no, it is off McConkey. See if we got a look at this.
I thought it was off George live. Hard to tell.
Mr. Official was right there. And now the foul to Drisdom. So first team foul on Highland in the fourth quarter.
Do you want to move to question number 2? I really like
question
it.
number 2, yeah.
So you talk about Coach Larry Maxwell, legendary at Highland. Where did he coach before Highland? Boom.
Hit us up.
Boom.
Hit it.
Do you know this?
I think I know it.
Oh, all right.
I'll have to tell you at a break.
Okay.
Because I think I've actually looked this up before. As Smith. It goes in. The friendly roll for Carson Smith.
He has been a little quieter today, but that's a big 3 for Carson.
Drisdom drops it inside to McConkey. Satwal was just begging him to go baseline on that. George was trying to reset. Drisdom comes off the screen, will step back for 3 and hit. Isaiah Drisdom. I think it's his first 3 today.
He's not going to be intimidated to go up against anyone. He did make a 3 in the first half.
That's right. I mean, yep. Okay. Had that one logged as soon as you said that. Heath. Now Satawala. Falatau got a little room from George. Couldn't complete it. Loose ball. Down. Timeout. How do you have a timeout granted when McConkey had the ball?
I don't know how Bountiful has possession of that.
If there's something that officials can never explain to me, it is this right here.
I've had them try.
Well, you stumped them with why is it power dribble, not double dribble? Because it's a two-handed dribble.
Yep.
Because they say, well, it's a power dribble. That was my answer. Well, it's a power dribble. I
Not the
want to
rule
know
book.
how you're granting a timeout in a jump ball situation.
I don't know that I ever saw possession owned by Bountiful.
Well, think about it.
Even a tie-up, that ball's loose to me. I thought George had it, but in fairness, George's back is to us, so maybe there was someone coming in on the other side. But
The funniest thing was after the timeout, like he kind of fell back. The ball was still in his arms. It wasn't like he pulled it out of it either.
Right, yeah.
Wednesday, 6A semis. We get a break day on Thursday for Dane to go work. I'll catch up on some sleep and go to the gym maybe. Back here Friday for Championship Friday. As on the take, Garcia, no. George McConkey with the rebound. Now a chance to reclaim the lead as Drisdom was looking up. Sepha Brown picked up the loose ball, man. Opportunities bounced right there for the Rams as Drisdom off on the 3.
He can hit that shot, but that's a time and situation. I can see continues his high school career, recognize, hey, we've got possession, chance to take a lead. We're going to work this around. Tough shot there for Isaiah.
On the floater there for Carson Smith. He's having a good second half.
Yeah, he is. And we talked about wasn't having a huge offensive impact, but the junior in this fourth quarter is.
So 52-49. We got a good finish coming up as we are nearing 4.5 minutes left in the ball game. Anderton chased off the 3, pulls on the long 2, and hits. 1-point game, 52-51.
Saw him in the top 50. You can just tell that kid is not shy, and he does not get worked up about any situation. He's a confident ball player.
Smith goes at Brown. No, Satawala with the rebound. I thought I heard a whistle. Apparently not. Tipped up and in by Heath.
How about one of the smallest men on the floor for Bountiful? Great example of rebounding about desire. Crash the boards. I don't care about your size. I don't care about your position. We're in a quarterfinal game with a chance to move to a semi. You go get a rebound, and Bryson Heath does.
Inside 4 minutes down to 3:55 left. Anderton from the corner. Got it. Big 5 points from Anderton. Flashing some threes on his way down. Big time shot.
That zone a little slow to move. You see they're kind of worried high post. Anderton seeing the space and hits.
3:45 left. We're tied at 54.
This is apple cider vinegar from NutriCost. This is apple cider vinegar from another leading brand. NutriCost has 500 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. So does this other brand. NutriCost is third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. This other brand? Well, we're not sure. NutriCost is also available at a great price delivered right to your door. NutriCost has over 500 different products for health and wellness. NutriCost, only what you need.
Out of the timeout, tied at 54. 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. And the winner of this game moves on to the 5A semifinals. They will take on the Olympus Titans. Highland would like another shot at Olympus. Bountiful obviously would.
They beat them the first time.
They did. First time in a long time. It's like we're taking calls on a radio show again. First time in a long time.
Tough spot in their region.
It was a tight spot. What movie's that one from? We got so many out there, folks. Win some garbage from us. Oh, what a take and make by Heath.
It's really not garbage. I got to say sponsorships now. It's not garbage. It's good stuff.
It's amazing stuff, but it's ice cream and cookies. Or cookies and ice cream, however you want to put it.
How dare you call that garbage? That's my diet. Come on, Dusty.
Well, look at me like I'm the one saying. As Sepha Brown chased out of the corner, left hand, no. Rebound to McConkey, jump hook, no. And a rebound to Carson Smith.
Well, you can feel the intensity ratcheting up here as well. Every bucket. Oh.
Drisdom, good job not giving up that foul. There's Heath with Drisdom. Brown sends it back out. And Garcia lost that ball out of bounds. Good defense by the Rams. Get the ball back. See if there was a little bit of a nudge there.
Substitution number 5.
Well, with the way they're calling today, that's clean.
Yeah.
Number 2.
He hardly touched him.
There's another one.
I'm trying to give cookies away. But one person answers, you get a 4-pack from Crumble. And if you answer our other one,
I'm about to, folks.
yeah. What 5A team has won the most state championships? As McConkey got Satwal off his feet, tied at 56.
Man, he's been just a beast today.
And what school did Larry Maxwell coach at before he went to Highland? Get some Handel's ice cream, $10.
Inside of 90 seconds, we got to start giving answers.
Oh my gosh. Floater won't go to Carson Smith. Rebound. Got it back. Carson straight away. Off on the 3. Rebound. Tracked down by Drisdom. Back up the floor with the Highland Rams. What a game. Tied at 56. Gaddis has been so quiet since hitting that 3 early in the third. Drisdom down the lane in the buckets. Just like Dad did.
Mention it's just a matter of time with he and McConkey. You've got the lob to George. If you feel like you have the lane, take it. Isaiah, this is a sophomore who is seasoned. He's not going to turn that shot down when he's got that much room.
Carson Smith off the screen. Carson drives at Anderton, finds Satwal on the backside. Volatile slapped away by McConkey. And they're going to get McConkey with the foul. Let's see if he got ball. He's arguing he got ball.
George McConkey.
Yeah, it came across the arm there.
It's his third personal.
So third personal foul on George McConkey. How about this? When we talk about foul calls, that's only the second team foul on Highland, 0 on Bountiful. So in a trailing situation, a tough one to get through. Volatile at the line. Back rim the first.
You know, the other thing for me, when I thought about this game, the high-scoring offense of Bountiful, they were on pace for it. They had 38 at the break, doing just everything they wanted to do. Give a lot of credit to Highland. They've only allowed 18 points in this second half.
And the second free throw is good. So a 1-point ball game, 58-57. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. A Utah Facial Plastics timeout and do a little Bro Talks. Dane, I mean, it's been a lot of fun today. We've seen terrific games in this 5A state tournament. We thought it would be a great 5A tournament, and it's proved out to be the case.
Yeah, it has. And, you know, you keep talking about all these swimming records, but can we talk basketball records? Sheesh, it is a basketball tournament. I mean, we've had some standout performances. You think about that first game. You know, Mason Ford making plays late. You have Dean Ruckert had a solid game today throughout. And, of course, Isa putting that away. Obviously, that second game, Carter Doliak with a shooting performance out there. Probably would rather that waits until a championship game, but we'll see if he can continue that in a week.
Average shot distance was about 2 feet. I mean, he got a lot of layups at the lane.
But look, you can say that, but think about George tonight.
I was just saying,
yeah,
at the rim, I mean, because I kept saying in the broadcast, look, he's made 6, he made 7, he made 8. But it's like, we've had plenty of layups missed. But plenty of guys leaving bunnies.
Right. And look, it's physical down low. We've seen that all day, right? So these are not like simple lay-ins in a warm-up line. It's tough basketball.
Absolutely.
And I really appreciate the way the officials called it today.
This whole tournament, they're not just going to give away stuff at the rim. This isn't the NBA. We don't just call for calling's sake.
It's not trivia with Dane and Dusty. I'm just giving it away.
Yeah, well, we got to go through some answers here in the next break. Drisdom, 4-3! Isaiah Drisdom!
And I think this might be the largest lead of the game for Highland with a minute to go.
4-point lead. Time for the Bountiful to get going. They don't need a 3. Blocked away by McConkey. Got to give up the fouls. Down 2 possessions. They got a lot of fouls to give.
Yes, they do.
There's the first. Coach Jones is trying to say, hey, guys, we're not done. For some reason, it's bonus time already. No, Mr. Official. That's only 1.
This is what happens when you don't call fouls, guys. We got a lot of work left to do.
Better warm up that whistle. Been quiet. All right, 30-second timeout. Let's go through some of the answers. But Isaiah Drisdom was just absolutely nails. But Dame, go through some of our answers.
All right, the 5A team with the most state championships. You want to take a guess?
Bountiful.
Highland. How about that? The Rams, eh? Where did Coach Maxwell coach before Highland?
Bountiful.
No. That's where his son coached.
Granite?
No. You're not getting.
Cypress?
No.
Bountiful. Bingham?
No.
Jordan?
No.
Carbon?
No.
Okay, where?
North Summit.
Oh, geez. Yeah, okay. He was a Brave.
Yeah.
No, he was brave. Okay, my answers. This is a life we've chosen. That's from The Godfather 2. Godfather Part 2. And then Merlin from the Top Gun appeared in what baseball movie? Bull Durham. He's Lily Louche from Bull Durham. If you haven't seen that one, you haven't seen, you're not a Kevin Costner fan like myself. Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon, Tim Robbins. Who is Merlin, by the way?
I've had to clear the mechanism today a couple times. Clear the mechanism.
40-ish seconds left. Bountiful. So plenty of fouls they got to give up, as Satswala does. And when you have the least amount of fouls out there, you got plenty of guys to give up the foul. Coach Jones is trying so hard to keep his Rams in to close out this game. Because with the shot clock, this game isn't over. However, you're going to be under the shot clock most likely on the next foul. And they still have another foul to give after that. There's the foul. Crane gave that one up. So 1 more to give, and then it'll be free throws.
Dusty, we talked about the hot shooting for Bountiful in that first half. And in this second half, but fourth quarter, this continued. You can see there's a difference on the west end of the stadium here.
We we kept saying this last year, the D Event Center, we had coaches there, and we kept saying, hey, is it hard? Like, no. The numbers don't say that.
To borrow a phrase, ball don't lie.
No. And I'm not even going analytics, but it just doesn't. All you have to do is look at the numbers. The stats say it.
Well, that's where, for me, it's almost like, look, if you can stay within reason at halftime, you've got a chance to even things up.
And then the foul is going to put Drisdom at the line for 2. 25.5 left and a chance for Isaiah Drisdom to really put a hurt on in this one. Now, granted, the 2 free throws made here would still make it a 2-possession game. So you should be 2 threes away if you're Bountiful. However, it is 2 free throws on every defensive foul. And the first is good from Drisdom. Bountiful still has 1 timeout left. Highland has 2. Possession arrow belongs to Bountiful. Also important in the 2-possession game.
This would make it real tricky.
Into the Highland lineup, number 24, Summer Brown.
The second is good. So a 6-point lead. Timeout. Coach Jones wants to set his defense.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. So again, we'll keep it here. We're not going to put you through the commercials, but Dan, it's been impressive from Highland because it looked like Bountiful was not going to run away, but they were going to handle this game and punch a ticket to Tuesday.
Yeah, and I think, you got to give a lot of credit. We talk about some players who missed some shots early, and they stuck in it. And how about the work by George McConkey? That guy, you might see him and say, oh, he's not real thick. He plays bigger than he is. He has not been afraid to go up against one of the top safeties this year. And he's just been battling, not afraid to back him down, to D him up in the paint. Like, George has been a very physical interior presence for Highland all game long.
I mean, not just an athlete, an All-American.
Yeah.
Literally. An Army All-American and a Polynesian Bowl All-American.
And you have to think about this Bountiful team. Like, again, you look at their region, you look at their non-region, it's 70, 80, 90 points. They're sitting at 57. Had 38 at half.
Yeah. Held them to 19 points in the second half. Garcia down the lane. Blocked away by McConkey. Taken by Satawala. No, got it back up. Falatau left it short. McConkey with the rebound. He's fouled. And we'll walk to the other end of the floor as the Highland Rams looking to get back to the semifinal. First time in a long time for Highland.
And I said there weren't a lot of seniors on this Highland team. I was thinking McConkey was a junior. He is a senior.
I thought he was a junior earlier, too.
And that's why I love the energy that we saw from him in this second half. Again, we talk about made shots, fouls, trying to fire himself up, trying to fire his team up. And it has done wonders tonight. The senior has stepped up for his group and is going to lift them to a semifinal.
Well, you think back to that, too, because with George McConkey, in that moment, he got fired up. They were down double digits. And it was like, hey, let's just wake up. Let's get going.
Yep.
And it turned around in a big way as George hits his free throws. It's an 8-point lead now for the Rams with 15 seconds left. The math is telling you what's going to happen in this one. As quickly up the floor, here comes Carson Smith. No need to D it up as McConkey can't give it up. Lets it go. As that saved into Falatau. Satawala lays it in as the clock continues to run down. And the Highland Rams punch their ticket to the 5A semifinals. Come from behind down double digits to get a 65-59 win over Bountiful High School. Dane, your some thoughts on what we saw tonight, or this afternoon?
Love the resiliency of Highland. I mean, stuck with it, despite trailing by double digits multiple times. Their defense, super impressive on this Bountiful team that, again, is giving so many teams problems. Player of the game, he didn't drop 50, but he might as well. George McConkey, a big game inside, offensively, defensively. Easy double-double for him. You talk about the blocks, the rebounds, the points. George McConkey was the difference tonight.
He was absolutely outstanding. Isaiah Drisden made a bunch of big shots as well. Sepha Brown had some big plays. And congratulations to George McConkey and his play in that second half that made this run possible for the Highland Rams as he's celebrating with the student section. I don't think you'll be able to see him. There's not much light down there. But Kenzie Valentine's efforting to get George McConkey. She'll have him momentarily for a quick interview. But George McConkey, absolutely outstanding. Kenzie, well, I'll get her off the floor and make sure she's in a safe spot there with George McConkey. And let's get ready to send it down to Kenzie Valentine with our player of the game, George McConkey.
It's been a long time since Highland's actually won. And just the feeling right now, it's unexplainable. It just feels so good. We're so happy. So many people came out to support us today. We're just happy to be here. We're happy to play.
How do you feel about your performance today?
It's not, at the end of the day, like, I played well, but me and my team together, that's what really won us the game. It wasn't my performance.
And
None of that happened. That's when we just really came together and played.
And speaking of your team, what do you think the key was to your team's success?
Our physicality and our rebounding and our defense. Those three right there. If we do that, that's what we control. We can't always control when the ball's going in, but if we can control defense, rebounding, and our physicality, we have a pretty good chance at winning the game.
Congratulations, George, and good luck for the rest of the tournament. Thank you.
Thank you, Kenzie. Great work, and congratulations to the Highland Rams. They punch their ticket to the semifinals where they will take on the Olympus Titans. Again, our final score, 65, Bountiful 59. For Dane Stewart, Austin Bigelow, Vince Francis, and Bauer Anderson, and Ken Valentine. I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2024 5A State Championship Basketball Tournament on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships. Our commentary is always presented by Highland and Associates. Our coverage of this tournament this week is brought to you by NutriCost. Go to NutriCost.com. Over 300 products available on NutriCost.com. Use the code UTAHMADE. They're a Utah-made company and Utah-made product for Utah-made athletes. Get 30% off and use the code UTAHMADE. Again, we'll be back on semifinal day for the boys' side on Tuesday, the 5A semifinals. Girls' games coming up next. You're watching the 5A state tournament.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But